Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into a super special quiz that's all about helping you crush your exams. I want you to think of it as a quest to find your hidden strengths and figure out exactly how to use them.
So, I want you to think of this like a real adventure, where every single question is a challenge that's going to reveal your own academic superpowers. We've got 13 challenges all lined up for you. So, are you ready to find out what you're really capable of? Let's do this.
Okay, so every good quest starts with understanding what you've got in your toolkit, right? So our first set of challenges is all about discovering your foundations, what you're passionate about, and what you're good at.
All right, first challenge. And this is a biggie. Something people think about their entire lives. How do you actually find your passion? I'll give you a second to think about it.
Okay, the answer is probably way simpler than you think. It's a really powerful formula. Passion is found right where your abilities, that's the stuff you're good at, meet your interests, the stuff you actually love doing. For example, let's say you're awesome at drawing and you absolutely love comics. Well, boom, your passion could be making your own graphic novels. Okay, next up. So once you know what you're good at, why is it such a big deal to share those talents with other people? I mean, why not just keep them to yourself?
Well, it's because hiding your talents is like keeping a superpower a total secret. When you share what you can do, you can team up with your friends and create some seriously amazing things together. Think about it. When superheroes team up, they're way more powerful. It's the exact same for you.
So the adventure doesn't just stop once you find one talent, right? What's the best way to keep exploring and finding out even more about what you can do?
That's it. The real key is just to stay curious. You gotta always be ready to learn something new, to try different things. Maybe you try out for the school play, or you join that new coding club. You seriously never know where you're gonna find another hidden talent.
All right, last question for this part. So, as you're on this quest, getting better at stuff, how should you handle your progress? How do you think about it?
Okay, this one is huge. You have to celebrate the journey. When you're studying for an exam, don't just wait for the big final grade. No way. Celebrate when you finish a tough chapter. Give yourself a high five when you finally get that one tricky math problem. Every small win is a victory, and it's what keeps you going.
Awesome job, adventurers! So, now that you're starting to figure out your powers, it's time to learn the lingo of this new world. In Part 2, we're going to look at some really key terms and the opportunities they can unlock for you.
Okay, time for a little vocabulary challenge. These 3 words are super important. Can you define potential, ability, and interest? Let's break it down. Your potential is all the incredible stuff you could be one day, like a game designer or an astronaut. Your ability is what you can do right now. And your interest? That's the stuff that just gets you fired up and excited to learn more. Figuring out how these 3 work together, that's the secret sauce for growth. Okay, so it's one thing to know your abilities, but how do you actually make them stronger? How do you level up? Can you think of 3 ways to do it? All right, here are 3 really powerful ways to get better. You can learn from someone who really knows their stuff, like in a class or a workshop. You can practice with friends who are into the same things, like in a school club or a sports team. And you can push yourself by joining a competition or a science fair. It's all about getting in there and actually doing it.
All right, so you've found your powers, you've learned the key words. Now, what does every great adventurer need? A map. And this next part is all about creating your own secret action plan to get to the treasure.
Okay, so let's say you've got a goal. What are the 6 must-have steps you need to make a solid plan to actually reach it? Here is the roadmap to success. First up, Step 1, figure out your abilities and interests. We just talked about that. Step 2, set a super specific goal, and we're going to talk more about that in a sec. For Step 3, you make an action plan by chopping that big goal into little bite-sized steps. Step 4 is all about hunting for opportunities to learn and grow. Step 5 is a big one. You got to stay positive and check in on how you're doing. And finally, Step 6, don't you dare forget to celebrate when you achieve something.
Okay, back in Step 2, I mentioned setting SMART goals. This is like a secret code for making goals that actually work. But what does SMART even stand for? This is your secret weapon for setting goals you can actually hit. A goal like get better at math is, well, it's okay, but it's fuzzy. A SMART goal is specific. I want to score an 85% or higher on my next algebra test. It's measurable.
You'll know for sure if you hit 85%. It's achievable. It's a realistic goal, not get 100% on everything forever. It's relevant. It's important for your overall grade. And it's time-bound. The test is next Friday. See? That's a goal you can actually work towards.
All right, we are on the final leg of our quest, everyone. You've got the map, you've got the secret codes. This last part is all about the wisdom you need to become a true goal master on your journey.
You know, every hero hits a roadblock. It's just part of the story. So what's the pro move when things get really tough or when you mess up?
The whole secret is in your mindset. It's everything. You have to stay positive. Think about it. A challenge isn't a brick wall. It's more like a hurdle you can learn to jump over. And a mistake, that's not failure. It's just a lesson that makes you smarter and stronger for next time. The most important thing is to just keep going. Never, ever give up.
And before we wrap this up, here's the ultimate exam tip to lock all this in your brain. Just remember this super simple breakdown. Abilities are what you can do right now, interests are what you love to do, and potential, well, potential is everything you can become. Now get out there and ace that exam.